Hey DynastyMan235, and welcome to another ranting time. And I know from the title alone, this is going to be a short video because honestly, I would go into a little more detail, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has already done it. If not, then I can link you to a video that actually is about the YouTube copyright system and all the details on it. But I'm going to go over some of the stuff that's been happening with YouTube lately from a bunch of users and a bunch of reports from other users who have also ranted about this. None of it's really happened to me except for a couple of server errors, which I'll get to in a moment. But I still want to make this video because I feel it's just gotten really, really out of control at this point. And honestly, I don't know why YouTube, or Google specifically, hasn't done anything to fix it. But for those of you that don't know, a bunch of channels, some of which I watch, some of which I don't, have gotten tons of strikes, and some of which have even lost their monetization, have been trying to get through to YouTube to get rid of strikes. This sounds like nothing new, usually, because the strikes could come from any number of means. It could have come from an actual copyright strike from a company, or it could have come from someone being a douchebag and claiming to own something, but in actuality they don't. So, yeah, in general, it's YouTube's shitty copyright system and how it's highly abusable and how people can just abuse it out of an act of maliciousness or bullying or anything like that. Really, just random people can put a strike on someone's account, and it's something that people have ranted for, I think, years now to be fixed, and it never has because Google is fucking lazy. But it's getting so bad, and a bunch of channels have actually been lost. Some of which have returned, some have not. There are a couple rants that I'll have a link to in the description because they go over more of the details better than I could. But I just want to say that, and I recommend you watch those videos before finishing this one, so I am really getting tired of this, with YouTube. YouTube has been having so many problems lately. Some people have complained about server errors, some of which I have gotten. I haven't gotten them in a while, in a couple of weeks, but they did appear for a while. YouTube has been running very slow, not just on my computer, but on my Wii U, on my Wii, and on my mom's computer. And it's not just because of my internet connection, because every other video player, like Dailymotion and Zipcast, work excellent. They work fine. They work better than YouTube. And not to mention I got a server error, which means that they pretty much said it was their problem and they were going to fix it. And from what I hear, there have been other server errors. They never bothered to fix them. I don't know if the issue has been fixed at this point. Either way, I've been having a couple of issues myself. That's really the extent of it, just a couple of server issues. That's like the full extent of what happened with my channel and YouTube on my computer and stuff like that, but a lot of people have had it a lot worse. It just makes me wonder, why the hell isn't Google fixing this shit? You literally have billions of dollars. You are one of the biggest corporations ever. I think the only one bigger than you, off the top of my head right now, is Disney. And even then, that's not because, Google, you have billions of dollars. Why aren't you fixing this? Seriously, there have been so many people complaining and trying to get through to you. They have sent emails, complaints, notifications that the copyright strike was, false, it was a false claim. Not to mention it also saying that, no, this is fair use. This review is covered under fair use. It should not be affected by copyright bullshit. And again, you can go into, the full specifics on how YouTube really doesn't give a shit about fair use, yet they say they do, in the video below. I'll have a link to a video, below, a couple of videos going over it, but regardless of such, YouTube, fix your shit. Seriously, there have been so many people suffering, some of which have lost their ad revenue at this point, which some people use that to live off of. They use that money to pay off bills, rent, food, family, stuff like that. Some people are making a living off of this, and now they can't because of a company's incompetence to own a website. I am so tired of this, YouTube. And I'm pretty sure everyone that watches this, as few people as that might be, and everyone that really watches any one of these rants can agree with me on saying we're sick of this shit. It should not be that hard. And not to mention, you've been very secretive about it. You haven't told anyone what's been going on. You haven't been honest with anyone. Like, people have asked you, what is going on? Like, did you change the rules in some way? Because apparently, when you get one copyright strike, you're not supposed to lose your monetization. I don't know if you get, when you get another strike, then you lose it. But I know for a fact, when you get one copyright strike, you don't lose monetization. I don't monetize my videos, but I know that from other people who do monetize their videos. And with that said, a lot of these people have lost their ad revenue. And keep in mind, the person in particular who actually instigated me to make this rant, Doug Walker, aka the Nostalgia Critic, who has been having trouble with his channel. There have been other people I watched that have had this channel, but it's just like this, like that video in particular was the tipping point for this. And Doug Walker has only received, at this point, one strike. You know, other of his videos have gotten claimed, but he's received one strike as of this point, but he lost his monetization, and he's been going without money gained from his YouTube account for 3 weeks now. Now, it's just, it's ridiculous. Why? Did you change the rules? What have you done? Did you change something? Did you add something? Did you not do it? Is it just a glitch? Is it just a thing that happened for really no reason? You haven't gotten in contact with any of these people that have sent you complaints. Even some of the big-named ones, like the Nostalgia Critic, you think they would respond to him because he's a big name. You know? He has 300,000 subscribers, which I know is nothing compared to other YouTubers like, you know, James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, or PewDiePie, or Chugga Conroy, who have 1 million or over 1 million subscribers. Regardless of such, though, Doug Walker is still a pretty big, you know, Nostalgia Critic is still a pretty big name, and Doug Walker is a pretty famous person, so you think out of all the people, YouTube would want to respond to him because they could make money off of him. Because essentially YouTube does make money off of the people who monetize their videos, so you think they would respond to him. No, they haven't. They don't. What's going on? You're not telling anyone about what's happening. Is it just a glitch? Is it just something that happened? Or is it you changing something and then you screwing up the website? Because that has happened before, a couple of times. You're not saying anything. People have been sending you emails, complaints, you know, all of these things, and you haven't responded to a single one of them. You think at least one person there would respond. None of them have. They haven't been able to get any answers out of them for 3 weeks.